Well, state lawmakers and others continue to analyze Governor Newsom's budget plan for the upcoming 2023-24 fiscal year. He unveiled that plan yesterday. It is a $297 billion spending plan that really reflects a dramatic reversal from the last budget cycle. The state is now projecting a $22 billion deficit after last year's $98 billion budget surplus.
All right, joining us now to talk more about this is Carolina Martinez, the CEO of the Small Business Network Cameo. Carolina, we appreciate the time. We look back at the last budget in California with the huge surplus we had. That led to hundreds of millions of dollars in financial support for small businesses and entrepreneurs across the state. How does this new budget plan from the governor look different? What kind of investments are you expecting for small business owners?
Yeah, thank you for having me today. Well, the Governor Newsom's proposed budget has a number of provisions that will be very helpful to small businesses. But at the same time, there are some proposals to remove funding from important small business programs. So the good news for small businesses right now is this proposed budget continues the incredible multi-year investments made in small businesses in the last year's budget. For instance, the budget continues the implementation of the state small business credit initiative, which last year received $1.1 billion in funding through the American Rescue Plan Act, and intends to leverage an additional $18 billion of capital to California small businesses. Additionally, we're happy to see some COVID relief programs that were funded for small businesses are still available, such as the California Venues Grant Program, which is currently accepting applications through January 31st, and also the California Small Business COVID-19 Relief Grant Program, which is still making awards from round 9. We also continue seeing $23 million in ongoing funding to permanently extend the California Office of the Small Business Advocate, a Small Business Technical Assistance Program. And with this program, small businesses will have access to consulting services to help them grow their business and build a stronger community.
Okay, so obviously, it maintains a lot of those investments that you were just talking about. But obviously, in dealing with this deficit, it also eliminates some funding provisions. I mean, what type of impact is that going to have on small business, on growth and job creation?
Well, we know we have to be judicious. Going from a surplus to a deficit is definitely something that implies cuts. So we're very disappointed to see $92 million removed from the relief grant program. Also disappointed to see a proposed removal of $50 million from the California Investment and Innovation Fund that would bring more money to CDFIs, Community Development Financial Institutions, that will put money in the pockets of the small businesses. And another piece of bad news is the proposed budget is removing $500 million to offset the anticipated rising federal unemployment insurance tax rates, which means that small businesses will not receive that tax relief. So there is still a lot to go. Obviously, this is not final, it's the proposed budget, but this definitely will affect the small businesses.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go, a lot of negotiating still to happen here in the coming months. We appreciate your perspective. Carolina Martinez, the CEO of the Small Business Network Cameo. Thank you for coming on.